How's it guys, and welcome back to another video. But unfortunately, it is a bit of a gloomy day in Johannesburg. But fortunately for me, I get to spend it inside this beautiful Mercedes-Benz A-Class. This is the A200d, so it's a diesel, it's a sedan. Does it get any better than that? Let's check it out. So what we're looking at here is the mini Mercedes-Benz C-Class. I'm kidding. This is the A200d sedan. And why I say C-Class is because if you look at it from the side profile, guys, that looks like a C-Class. But anyway, this is in the AMG line. So you're going to have a lot more aggressive styling. It's going to look more like an AMG than any other version that's not an AMG. So up front here, you've got this aggressive styling. You've got the multi-star grille, which I really love. You've also got the AMG style wheels. Now these are 18-inch, so they're not huge. But the benefit of having 18-inch with a lot more of a high sidewall, like that, the sidewall, it's a lot higher. So you're going to absorb a lot more road imperfections, the bumps and stones. So you're going to have a much more comfortable and smoother ride, which is good for this car because it's a diesel. You're driving longer distances. You want it to be a lot more comfortable. And then up front, lighting the road ahead of you are these really nice Mercedes-Benz intelligent LED lights. And you can see the new styling that they've got on their lights. They've got these daytime running lights with these like dots or dashes. You'll notice that on all of the new Mercedes-Benz. I think they look really cool. They look very sleek and they work really well. So these are the ones that will light up the road, block out the lights so that you don't kind of blind oncoming cars. I'll try and put it on screen here to see what it looks like. It's very clever, and if you don't get this car with these lights, what are you even doing? But let's go check out the back. And as we work our way down the back, you can see that this car has been de-chromed. So wherever there would be chrome, you've got black, except for the door handles. So you've got the black mirrors, you've got the black beading, you've also got the black contrast roof. Well, that is, but that's the panoramic, so it will be black. It looks really nice. And then as we make it to the rear, this is where you're going to see the sedan in its purest form. So yes, this is the boot, and as mentioned, it does have the AMG styling. So you've got these widened or these additional vents added to the bumper, but you've also got these exhausts that aren't real. Look, there's nothing in there. It doesn't go anywhere, it just stops. But yeah, that's become a bit of a common thing in Mercedes-Benz. But otherwise, I do think it still looks really nice. It's a good looking car, and if anything resembles a C-Class, it's a win in my book. Okay, the Mercedes-Benz A200d. A diesel powered A-Class, a sedan, so you've got a lot more space, you've got a lot more torque. What more could you possibly want? I know. So yeah, this is...
Something is currently missing to provide you with a correct answer.
This happens a lot. Anyway, so yes, this Mercedes-Benz A200d is powered by a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine, and it puts out 110 kilowatts and 320 newton meters of torque. So yeah, you're getting a lot more torque, you're getting a lot more low down grunt, which is awesome. It's a diesel. It's also not that loud inside here. So normally diesels are quite gnarly and you can hear them rumbling in front there because that's what they are. They're like little tractors. But I must say the sound insulation inside here is actually done really well. You don't really hear it that much. But the other cool thing about this being a diesel is that you get really good fuel consumption. Now, Mercedes-Benz claimed between like 4.5 to 5.5 liters per 100 Ks, which I think would have sounded quite ambitious, but no. I tested it, I took it away on the weekend, I went to go see what it was like, and I got the fuel consumption down to 4.7. Yeah, 4.7 liters per 100 Ks for this. And it took the overall range per tank to just short of 1,000 kilometers, so it was around 900, and that's from this fuel tank, which if I'm not mistaken is about a 47 liter fuel tank, so it's not the biggest. So the fact that you're getting that amount of range out of a tank like that, I think is really impressive. And you can feel the power. You put your foot down and it goes really well. It picks up the power nicely. There's a little bit of a delay in terms of getting going, but once you are going, things are smooth. The transmission changes between the gears effortlessly. You don't even know what's happening down there. And I say down here because that's where the transmission is, but the gear select is not here. That's on the door. I mean, on the door, it's on the steering wheel. So that takes a little bit of getting used to when you get into a Merc, but otherwise, hey man, it's a Merc in here. It's bougie, it's comfortable. You've got really nice materials. You've got not leather, it's man-made. So you've got this man-made leather in the interior, but you do have a leather-wrapped steering wheel. You've got some nice materials. You've got some soft touches on the dash, on the top part and on the bottom part here. You've got ambient lighting. I mean, if you've watched all of my reviews, you'd know that the interiors are good. The build quality can sometimes be a little bit suspect, but what I've noticed on the A-classes and particularly on the newer ones, I feel like the build quality is a little bit better. Things aren't so squeaky and rattly like they are in the C-Class, but now this being the newer one, or kind of the newer versions coming out post that, I feel like there's a little bit more of an improvement there, which is awesome. So yes, I've reviewed a lot of A-classes now. Now this being the 200D, I've been in the A200, I've had the A45S, and I've had the A35 Sedan. So you can check out all those videos on my channel. I'll have them linked in the description too. So I won't do a full in-depth review of the interior here. You can go check those ones out. I'll go into a little bit of detail of all of them, speak about pricing, speak about practicality, what they're like, performance, how they drive, everything like that. You want to go check out that A45S video. That's a lot of fun. That car's an absolute rocket ship. But anyway, back to this, the little tractor. I really do enjoy it. Unfortunately, I do find the A-Class interior to be a little bit too snug for me. I'm about 1.87 meters tall, so the seat for me is at its lowest. It can't get any lower for me, and my knees are just scraping the steering wheel at the bottom here, so I can't get completely comfortable. But that's just me. I'm probably more built for a C-Class anyway. But now with driving the car in the suburban area and around town, the fuel consumption slowly starting to rise a little bit higher. I'm now currently on 5.3, and it's kind of sitting quite stable at that point, unless I start to ask a little bit more of the car and want to kind of test out that torque a little bit more, which I'm not going to do right now. I'm quite happy with the performance, the 5.3. I think that that's absolutely perfect. So this is a great all-rounder. You've got all the space because this is a sedan, and you can only get the diesel version in a sedan, just by the way. So if you want to get it, take that into account. But yes, you're getting a lot more space, so you're getting an actual boot there. This does look like now a mini C-Class because you've got a boot at the back. So you're getting a whole bunch more space, a lot more practicality, and that kind of adds to the character of this car being a diesel. So you're wanting to do long distances, you want to kind of reap the rewards of a diesel with its low fuel consumption. So you're probably going to be going on road trips and stuff. So that's why you've now got a boot. You can load it up, put people in the back seats, and off you go. But other than me finding the interior a little bit too tight for me, driving it is really nice. So you've got a really good driving position. The steering wheel feels great in your hands. It's the AMG style, so it's thicker. It's got the Napa leather. You've got the red stitching. It feels very sporty. It feels awesome. You've got a really nice feel to the steering wheel too. You've got different drive modes. You can go into sport, eco, normal. You can even go and individualize it too, which is really nice in a car like this. So you can actually kind of set it up the way that you enjoy driving a car. But as I was saying, the interior is really, really nice. It's a great place to be. It's designed nicely. It's modern. It feels fresh. I always love the Mercedes-Benz aircon vents here that look like little turbines. I think that that's really, really cool. You've got all the ambient lighting you could love. I mean, Mercedes-Benz absolutely kill it in the ambient lighting game. I think they're one of the best. You can choose between 64 different colors on the inside here, which is really, really cool. But yeah, so the seats are comfortable. They hug you really nicely. This is the AMG styling or AMG trim that you're in here. So you've got all of the extra stylish looking bits and pieces. You've got these really nice seats. You've got the leather steering wheel. And the seats hug you. They're really comfortable inside you. So when you do want to have a little bit of fun, the car's going to hold you nicely. They've got also electronically adjustable settings here, and they've got memory function for 3 different people. So if you're driving, your wife, your friend, whoever, everyone can set their own seat settings and get into it and adjust it when they need to. It's very, very simple. But it's very dynamic still. It feels fun. It drives how you want it to. But it's not rear wheel drive, it's front wheel drive. Sometimes it doesn't actually feel like it is a front-wheel drive car just because of the way that it handles and it feels, which is again another good thing. But all of these nice things do end up at a climax where you got to think to yourself, what am I going to be expected to be paying for all of this nice stuff? Well, this nice stuff is going to cost you 977,000 Rand. In this AMG line trim, in this sedan form, in the diesel, that's what you're going to end up having to pay and to fork out. But if you are just wanting the standard, and I call it entry level diesel sedan, then that's going to set you back about 940,000 Rand. So an extra 30 odd thousand Rand for the AMG line. I mean, at this price point, you might as well just go and get the AMG line because you're not going to be saving that much more money. But yeah, guys, this is very, very expensive. For what you're getting, there's not a lot of space. It's a smallish car, but that's a lot of money. Yet again, it's a beautiful place to be in. So you've got to kind of think, when I'm buying a car, what am I wanting? Am I wanting curb appeal? Yes. Am I wanting Mercedes-Benz badge? Yes. Am I wanting decent performance and some really good fuel economy at the same time? Yes. Am I wanting a beautiful interior with ambient lighting, Napa leather steering wheel, paddle shifters, dual digital displays, turbine vents, and all of that stuff? Yes, I do. And a panoramic sunroof? Yes. So there's a lot of yeses. But do you want to part ways with that amount of money? I don't know. There's going to be people that will because they can afford it, but there's going to be more people that can't. And me specifically, if I'm going to be spending that amount of money, I'd more than likely go and find an equivalent C-Class. The C200d is absolutely perfect. And for 970,000 Rand, you can find a really, really nice one. And speaking of going to go find a really, really nice one, you should go check one out on changecars.co.za. They're a website that sells new and used cars, but the best thing about them is that they also vet and check every single dealer that sells cars on their website. So you aren't going to get these weird dealers, these fly-by-nights. They're going to try to take advantage of you and scam you, turning back the kilometers and all sorts of weird stuff. That's not going to happen. So they vet dealers, they know who's selling on their website, and they're going to help you through the process from start to finish. Their website also forms as a bit of a hub for everything automotive. So you can go there and you can watch car reviews, you can read articles, and if you know nothing about cars and what they even cost and how to afford one, that's also fine, because on their website they've also got a what can I afford section, and there you can go and also input all of your financial details and everything like that, and it's going to spit out a number than what they think you should be spending per month on a car. And they're also going to assign a whole bunch of cars that are going to cost that per month. So they're showing you what you can afford, and they're showing you what you can go and get with that. And if you've got a quote from a dealership that's not on their website, then you can go take it to them, and not only will they match it, but they'll beat it too. So go check out changecars.co.za. They're also a proud partner of Greg Dennis Reviews. Okay, now onto the verdict in the form of the GDR test. So should you get this car, should you drive this car, or should you remove it from the list of cars that you're looking at? Now I would go and remove this car from the list of cars that you're looking at. It's just far too expensive for what you're getting. Like I've said, you can get a very, very nicely spec'd pre-owned or even demo version C220d. You can find superb versions and sublime iterations of that for this sort of money. I wouldn't fork out just short of R1 million for a 2-litre diesel A-Class. It's just I can't do it within myself. It can't happen, and I struggle to even tell you guys otherwise. I have to be honest. So yeah, I would remove it from the list. Go and find any other car for that amount of money. You'll find a lot of value at that price point. So yeah, thanks for watching this Greg Dennis review. I hope you learned a little bit more about this Mercedes-Benz A200d. And if you did, please will you drop a like below. And if you want to see more car reviews and other car related content just like this, then make sure that you're subscribed. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Talk!